This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth, and you know, it wasn't that long ago that I was called a crazy conspiracy theorist for suggesting that your phone was spying on you for the purposes of advertising and for control. I was laughed at and called crazy for years for covering up the mic and the camera on all my devices, but guess what? People aren't laughing anymore. Hundreds of smartphone apps are monitoring users through their microphones. Software from a company called Alfonso can be used to listen in on the environment around a user to work out what they're watching. And you know, it wasn't that long ago that I was called a crazy conspiracy theorist for suggesting that there were pedophiles and rampant sexual predators in both politics and Hollywood. I was laughed at and called crazy for years for exposing these wicked deeds that are done in the dark. But people aren't laughing anymore. Here are all the public figures who have been accused of sexual misconduct after Harvey Weinstein. The Weinstein scandal has sparked a national conversation about sexual misconduct and prompted others to come forward with accusations ranging from groping to rape against others, including former Gossip Girl actor Ed Westwick, House of Cards star Kevin Spacey, actor Ben Affleck, and former President George H.W. Bush. And it's not that long ago that I was called a crazy conspiracy theorist for suggesting that I've been shadow banned on social media, and that my Facebook page in particular, which went from 30,000 likes to 390,000 likes in less than a year, has been shadow banned. I was laughed at and called crazy for suggesting that certain political views were systematically memory holed on various social media sites, but people aren't laughing anymore. Project Veritas has done it again with another incredible expose, exposing Twitter as the unbelievably biased organization that it is, and the fact that their power now rivals that which could have only been dreamt up of by George Orwell himself. Yesterday, a bombshell video report was released by Project Veritas titled "Senior Network Security Engineer Reveals Twitter Ready to Give Trump's Private DMs to DOJ." And today, part 2 was released, titled "Breaking: Twitter Engineers to Ban a Way of Talking Through Shadow Banning." In a conversation with a senior network engineer at Twitter, Clay Haynes, the Twitter employee admitted that he would be perfectly fine with sharing Trump's private direct messages with the Department of Justice without the need of having to get a warrant.
So you're not a Trump lover?
No.
So why can't you, at Twitter, just push everything he has to say off to the side where nobody sees it, and put all of his tweets, like this one that he just tweeted about
the size of his button. The
size of his button. Like, we're gonna go into nuclear warfare because of him. Like, what are you doing at your job to kind of quiet him, or to downplay some of the things that he comes up with? Because honestly, he's going to get us into so much trouble.
Yep. So funny you mention that. It was not my decision. The decision, though, was that most of the stuff he tweets is completely newsworthy.
Okay.
And so because it's newsworthy, even though he's making a complete ass out of himself in the country, we have to let those tweets up and let him do what, essentially he has a carte blanche to do whatever he wants.
Okay.
The other thing too is that we're more than happy to help the Department of Justice in their little investigation.
Okay.
So,
how?
Basically give him every single tweet that he's posted.
Okay.
Even the ones he's deleted.
Okay.
Any direct messages.
Good.
Any mentions. Oh yeah. So it's.
I'm glad that you're doing that. Like, something. Something needs to be done.
Yeah.
This senior network engineer at Twitter went on to admit that it's not only very, very creepy what they're doing, but it's also very Big Brother-ish.
So what we can do on our side is actually very terrifying.
Why? That can be terrifying.
We have full access to every single person's account, every single direct message, deleted direct messages, deleted tweets. I can tell you exactly who logged in from where, and what username and password, when they changed their password.
Why do you keep it? I guess I don't get that. I'm not in this field, so I don't get why you keep it. Like, who cares?
If we ever get subpoenaed.
Oh, okay.
Mostly law enforcement, and also helps us to detect the pattern of history. That's it's very, very dangerous.
Okay.
Also, very, very creepy Big Brother-ish.
Twitter has since responded to the Project Veritas videos by essentially ignoring the outrageous behavior of their employees and by blasting the deceptive and underhanded tactics of Project Veritas. The individual depicted in this video was speaking in a personal capacity and does not represent or speak for Twitter. Twitter only responds to valid legal requests and does not share any user information with law enforcement without such a request. We deplore the deceptive and underhanded tactics by which this footage was obtained and selectively edited to fit a predetermined narrative, Twitter's spokesperson said. Twitter is committed to enforcing our rules without bias and empowering every voice on our platform in accordance with the Twitter rules. They say this isn't the case, despite the fact that their very own policy manager for Twitter's trust and safety team, Alinda Hassan, was also caught on video admitting that they're trying to get rid of the shitty people and just have them not show up.
But how do you keep, like my timeline, like, how do you keep certain things off my timeline? So like, because people will, like, retweet
We're trying to downrank it, but you need to also have a control of your timeline.
So I've tried to, like, block people like Cernovich and stuff like that, and mute and stuff like that, but they still show up, like, all the time.
That's something we're working on.
I mean, how, I don't know what
It's
to
something
do.
we're working on, where we're trying to get the shitty people not show up. It's a product thing we're working on.
But perhaps one of the most troubling aspects to this expose is the fact that Twitter employees admitted on camera that their computer learning algorithms will not only pinpoint problematic users for removal, but they can also do it in such a way that the user will have no idea that they've been censored.
One strategy is to shadow ban so that you have ultimate control. The idea of a shadow ban is that you ban someone but they don't know they've been banned because they keep posting but no one sees their content. So they just think that no one's engaging with their content when in reality no one's seeing it. You just sort of turn off all of the features for them. So like they still see everything, it's all there. You can like it, you can favorite it, or you can like retweet or whatever. But at the end of the day, no one else interacts with no one else sees what you're doing. So all that data is just thrown away. It's risky though.
Why is it risky?
Because people will figure that shit out and be like, you know, it's a lot of bad press if like, you know, people figure out that you're shadow banning them. It's like unethical in some way, you know. So I don't know. In the past, people have been really, really pissed off about that, and even people who haven't been shadow banned have called it like a really terrible thing to do. So yeah, it's a risky strategy.
And so you go ahead and keep on tweeting.
Yeah.
And you've been banned and don't even know it.
So bravo to James O'Keefe and the Project Veritas team for this bombshell of an expose, because once again, what was once thought to be conspiracy theory is now proven to be fact. And the truth is, there's just too much gold in this two-part video series to include it all in this one video, so be sure to watch the entire expose for yourself in full. Links will be located in the description below. This just solidifies in my mind, once again, the very real need for us to move off of these various platforms and onto more decentralized ones like Steemit.com, where censorship and shadow banning are virtually impossible due to the nature of its blockchain technology. So I'll leave you today with a link to my Steemit account, and hopefully you'll get yourself an account. We can start to follow each other, and we can phase out all aspects of Big Brother when it comes to our social media interactions. Be sure to share this video if you found the information to be useful. And of course, this channel is only made possible through your support by donating at pressfortruth.ca/donate or by becoming a PFT member or a PFT patron. Links are located in the description below for anyone who wants to get involved. And as always, click that like button, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. And stay tuned, guys. We've got more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth.